This is a piece I like to call Odon's Blues. I originally did this piece for his birthday, but I made a lot of errors, so I'm here to correct my errors. And it goes like this. I was a mother of three when I got pregnant with you. Already embarrassed because what was this 22-year-old unmarried mother going to do? I hid my pregnancy so I wouldn't have to hear the judgment. Baby father number two said I can definitely trust him. We had your sister a year before. When I found out you was a boy, I was overwhelmed with joy. October the 30th, you made your appearance into this world. My labor was hard, but I birthed a pearl. More like a true gem, you was the apple in your father's eyes. His allegiance and love didn't come as no surprise. He finally got his first son and immediately started making plans. Slow down, Muhammad, chill. Can't he grow up first to become a man? You got him playing ball just by looking at his hands. This boy is going to be tall. I guess he's seen the growth of a man. You overcame some challenges. Speech was definitely one. Talking through your nose? Take your time. I can't understand you, son. Through speech therapy, you got better. Your confidence came in when you found out you was going to Bronx Letters. You met some amazing lifelong friends. Jonathan, Miss A are names I heard over and over again. Midway during the year, your attitude took a shift. I kept asking you, what's wrong, son? You need to get a grip. School officials called me and told me you had been absent for days. That's impossible, I say, because I send his behind to school each and every day. I waited for you to get home to read your face, thinking to myself what lie you was going to try to run on me today when I asked you how was your day. Thank you for being one of my best friends at the end. Things that you didn't want to tell your mama, you finally opened up and revealed to me and finally let me in. Reading my facial expressions and body language, you knew something was wrong. When I told you the school had called, you confessed and told me what was going on. You proceeded to tell me it in its entirety. Had to do with a kid named Quincy who lived across the street. Turns out, Patterson was having beefs with Jackson and even Bertanzas. I told you to go to school to broaden your chances and to elevate up out of that madness. How you all beefing, we all in the same boat. God placed Quincy in my spirit and told me to pray for him that night, though. After constant prayers, the situation was subsided. I told you a lot of these kids are lost and oftentimes misguided. But you won't be one, though. So get that in your head to get that high school diploma for sure. You said, Ma, don't trip. Miss A found me another school. Turned out to be Validus. What a great move. You met some more amazing teachers and friends. Relationship you carried and honored all the way to the end. Your infectious smile and charismatic personality is what made people gravitate to you like you was a local celebrity. Receiving your high school diploma gave you the validation you needed. You persevered through it all. That's why you succeeded. An inner city black man, you wasn't defined by the stereotype. Losing you cuts worse than the biggest knife. When a parent loses a child, there's a void that can never be filled. A significant part of you is forever gone, and at time, it still doesn't seem real. November the 18th, 2020, you gave me one final gift. You refused to go and take your final trip until I got there and you heard my voice. Now all that love you, all that we have is so much remorse. They say a man's death is supposed to be celebrated more than his life. But today is your birthday, but without you, it just doesn't seem right. So even on my worst day, I'm here to tell you, happy birthday. Losing you gave me a confidence I didn't know I had. Expressing myself lyrically through this pen and pad. Listening to your music makes me feel close to you. I'll still be criticizing your verbiage, but you know, that's something I'm always going to do. Then I smile, 'cause I can hear you say, Mommy, Ma, come on, it's going to be okay. So I dry my eyes and I lift my head. And the pity party I try to throw myself, I celebrate you instead. You're never going to be forgotten. You're always going to be missed. So happy birthday, son. I know you would have liked this.